73. Inhumanism. Chalcedon Report number 333, April 1993. The poet Robin Jeffers was a humanist whose goals were anti-humanist. Sigmund Freud had held that the three great humanists were Copernicus, Darwin, and himself, Freud, and all three he saw as destroyers of humanism. Copernicus attacked the centrality of the earth in God's plan, and thereby belittled man. Freud said, Darwin made man into a higher ape, and Freud undercut the mind and place of man, the higher ape. Jeffers affirmed a thoroughgoing pantheism in which people and races and rocks and stars, none of them seems to me important in itself, but only the whole. James Carman, Robinson Jeffers, Poet of California, pages 70 and 71. The basic premise of humanism, as well as anti-humanism, is anti-Christianity. This leads inevitably to the debasement of and the contempt for man. Certainly this marked Darwin, Freud, and Jeffers. Because man is the bearer of God's image, knowledge, righteousness, holiness, and dominion, everything is done to debase God's image bearer. With some people in mental institutions, this means defiling God's image in them by eating feces in a self-conscious anti-God act. As inhumanism, the continuing development of humanism, matures and develops, the hatred of God will be manifested by an increasing attack on men. All around us, we see the accelerating criminality of men and women, one against the other, against the elderly, and against children. Humanism and inhumanism mean a war against humanity. We see this war in effect in the form of abortion, war against the unborn. We see it in euthanasia, war against the elderly. At the same time, the hatred of man is manifested in the defense of supposedly endangered animals, like the spotted owl. With all too many people, life's main purpose is to limit and destroy human life. None of this should surprise us. We live in a murderous and suicidal generation. We are told in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36, But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. The love of life begins with the love of God. John chapter 14, verse 6. According to Carman, Jeffers looked forward to the time when humanity would cease to exist. In his De Rerum Virtute, he saw humanity as a sick microbe, page 58. The circle he moved in believed that they were damned and seemed to relish it, page 71. Art, for them, seemed to be a self-conscious means for cultivating damnation. One means of expressing inhumanism was, for Jeffers, environmentalism. In August 2nd, 1948, Time, pages 79 to 80, saw Jeffers celebrating from man to non-man, that is, death. This is indeed the goal of humanism, inhumanism, death. It is imperative to separate ourselves from this ugly philosophy of death. It governs the state and the state school, the media and the arts. But we are the people of life,